Hello everyone, I am the Plane Shifter, fading to the universe of Final Fantasy XIV, and he is Lahee Eshkree. I wrote this wrong. And it's time to go back to the MSQ. Well, Bahamut is no more. The mysteries of the Crystal Tower remain mysterious for a while. Let's hope we have something easier to do now. Wonder if Minfilia has something for me. The price of principles. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Lahee, it pleases me to see you well. Do excuse me for interrupting, Lahee. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. See you, Tataru. Ever since we defeated Gaius von Belsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Science of the Seventh Town, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldasian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... forgive me. I did not mean to burden you so. No problem. Speak your mind. You have heavy burdens. I can see that. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Very well. Good opportunity to catch up as well. Recall you were meeting with Admiral shortly after Lamison sent word of the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merweb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict to which she herself invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because, owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lamisans to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon the subject, Minfilia can expect similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. You make good points. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to note that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet there is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Lahee. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where the lead is far from clear. Too many people, too many problems. Yeah. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papolimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? That sounds like bribery. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles? Neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Dan now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. You guys know each other minds. You guys know each other minds incredibly well. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus that prudence dictates that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resisteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to rise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. Their secret charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. How do we even keep afloat? Where do you receive funds? Guess that's a question for Minfilia. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to organization's future. though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it's time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Lahee. Very well, if you have a plan. I'm eager to hear it. Oh, Final, Lahee, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the Sons of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. Hmm? We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetherite? They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause. Which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's though, to be precise, it lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a venerable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years. But I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alfino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask you only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. Oh, my voice is not good today. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alfino. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Well, if she's talking about Alizé, that situation has been resolved. Moving on. Ah, my nose is stuffy. Okay. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Leave Oda. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Lahee, pray attend to Alf, you know. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alfino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Very well. What does he want? Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flaming was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Uda. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charleyan minstrel. As you might imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Philomene's absence stretched from months into a year, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philomene is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Elude, has sent word that a woman matching the songster's description has been seen of late at a seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. Assuaged. I have no idea how to pronounce that word. I mean to set forth for Lenosia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegerujo as to the veracity of these rumors. All right? Presumed dead, I guess. Yeah, what am I doing? Just do like this. But only heart? Or did she had other motives of not being around? Ah, you've arrived. Let us see if Master Gigarujo can shine any light onto the rumors regarding Philamen. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane? I mean, Lahee? What brings you to my humble resort? I'm looking for Philamen. Have you heard of her? Philamen? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Uda? Gods, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Ah, okay, thank goodness you never knew. Oh, for shame. Do you think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff of the west or wherever she said she was going? It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy! West, is it? Thank you, Master Gigarujo. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Wineport. Got it. Well, if it isn't Lahee, the savior of Wineport, to what do you owe the pleasure? Are you sure that just by restoring an old vintage I saved Wineport? Are your business that bad? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly. I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that, I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Wonderful as ever. Huh? You want to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Philamen? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Sorry I asked. It shall not happen again. I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke. Lahee, you must share them with me sometime. Over some wine, I guess. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to this part, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Rhinecatcher Gully, and then head east after the crossing the second bridge. The flowers you grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Very well. Thank you very much. Rhinecatcher Gully. Kinda dangerous place for someone to be. Yeah, she's safe. No, she's not safe. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay. Well, that was a close one. Oops. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the gobble's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and I am aware of the story, but... Philemon? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songsters of Uda, I presume? Minfilia, or should I say, Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, milady. Yet, the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best of intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanosia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travel out this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, and now that we have all that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wine part, say? Yeah, teach him some manners. Sometimes he's way too full of himself. Can't deny he knows what he's doing though. Which makes him just fuller of himself. Rescued yet again from the jaws of ravenous Gabu, how quickly we forget the lessons of the past. Though I was not sorely to blame for that foolishness. Oh, I know what story she's mentioning. I think it was a thing on 1.0. But yeah, it's fully part of the backstory of her and Minfilia and Tancred. I think they mention it in the game, so I'm gonna shut up. If they don't, I'll tell the story. If I don't forget. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Despite her years of nomadism, it would seem Lady Philomene has kept a close eye on all the affairs of her order. Surprisingly close, in fact. Suffice to say, she is nothing if not resourceful. One does not develop such skills without effort, or without reason. Philomene has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. Whoa, You say my daughter waits us in Vesper Bay, yes? Indeed. I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off to on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. I understood. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Well, that was quick. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamen? Asilia. I haven't seen her like this in years, Lahee. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue your work. And continuing it, you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Lahee. However, I could not have made it without him. Gabius. Thank you, Lahee. Thank you both.
Jill, cadê a tia?
Ela tava dormindo.
Ela não tá mais, sabe onde ela tá?
Sei não. There is something else. Sorry about that intermission. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamigan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Da. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp the implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerning mining, and I was a very dedicated student. The scat size was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lumen as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Celia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. And you and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of what wish you have yet to do, and of the many, and what it may entail. Celia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the science must leave Oda. Lamen. You build it on, Cecilia, you can build it again. And this time, we will do it together. I may have to make a short string, because... Whoa. Truly? I'm not sick. It's just that the car broke, so I've been going and coming back from work, walking. And with the amount of talking that this game making me do, it's making me really tired. Truly? Alfino, the time has come for the Science to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Heaven and Stone, as you proposed. Such work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Science and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. Were these two in cahoots? They were definitely in cahoots. Laying the foundation. Minfilia would share with you the latest news on the Science imminent relocation. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenants too, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenants II would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing a new facility, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers will prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern you with such matters, Antecedent. I guess you've been mediating? Really, Alfino, if I need to concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps? I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenants II. It's an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alfino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. You know that my associates at Revenants II hold the science of the Seventh Down in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Lahee, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slothborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean custom is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer yet still survive. You put too much credit on the Imperials. You shall always be welcome at Revenants II. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. I think I'll do. If you are moving headquarters there, I don't think I have a choice. Well. It would seem your representation precedes you, Lahee. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's II with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again soon. Till then, take care. See you. Nothing on Serpent, I am afraid, still. Lahee. Were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alfino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. Very well. The research is not going anywhere anyway. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. I wish you came bearing voice actors too. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventure Guilds have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenants 2. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Totaro's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the Waking Saints to the Rising Stones. Possibly poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? It was totally his idea. I too have news to share. In expectations of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Rauban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it's a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have the right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felt primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lies ahead, for they will be great indeed. Indeed, I expect more primals in my future. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait. Tatar is said to be reaching minerals. Maybe I should ask Philomin to teach me the basics of mining too. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Elfino, I mean. It's almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slathborn, to concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road, and represent us well, Lahee. Very well, I shall do so. I do have to make a stop on Uda first, but I shall be on my way. Hi. How she has grown since last we spoke. She puts me to shame with her accomplishments. And for that I am full glad. Often I'm still saying the same thing. Okay. Nobody changed their dialogues. As I mentioned, I need to go to the... I keep forgetting to buy the ring. I'm just gonna teleport there. The vendor I'm looking for is this one. There we go. Done. That's kind of funny. To Mardona. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Lahee. You have something for me, yes? Yeah, just some paperwork. Documents detailing the Scion's planned operations for the next several weeks. Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? We thought we had a dozen more like you. Since you don't though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. I don't know, probably could handle it. I just need 12 more. I just need to wait 12 as long. I'm gonna grab some water for me. It's possibly a primal. Oh no. A buffalo calf. A level 50 weapon coffer. The Loveborn would show you around the Scions, soon to be home in heaven and still. Back to the work of a dozen men, I see. But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. You'd be surprised. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. That one? It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where the adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies and with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it will be as good a place as any to recruit a capable man and woman to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Just a second. Is that you, Lahee? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have a most urgent news. We received green tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sense without due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? Not really. It seems I have an emergency and I need to go back to our old headquarters. I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I will see all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Very well. To the Waking Sense. Again. Wait, what? Is it outside? Hi, it's with Tatar. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sense while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but he did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixo have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhaps Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there is anything you can do. Alright. Please tell me it's not Garuda again. I noticed they would come. Yet I prayed it would not come so soon. You have reason to believe another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Lahee. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped that the Moguls guards beyond such follies. And Moguls? Suffice to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence had been requested by Commander Helios. Heloi, he waited tea at the other's nest. Pray hasten to the Gridania, Lahee. Eden Papalima will redevils with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Okay. I'll make haste. And by making haste, I mean teleporting. And I could have used the vendor here if I were a little bit more patient. A pleasure to see you as always, Lahee. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... Nah, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Ooh, I want to see the weapon. Oh, and the buffalo cow. Oh, that's Book of Crags. Want. And what is this? Cantamina Tavernaria. They will not be better than what I'm using. The Great Key of Titan. That's the most disappointing Titan weapon that there is, and I can't. And I actually like them. I have quite a collection of them in my main character. And Cantamina Tavernarian. That's alright. $80, $70, $100. Okay. Hail to the king! Kappa! Eorzea Hellos wishes to brief you on the latest crisis in Gridania. Not long ago, the Mogul Kuplakop visited the Elder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder City Seer. We spoke of an imminent threat to all Mogul kind, and one which would imperil the entire Heavensward if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Muggles. The rest you should hear from Kuplakop himself. He waits you with the other seats here at the Lotus stand. Alright, to the Lotus stand then. AKA best office ever. Where can I get one like that? Unless it's raining, then it's kind of worst office ever. The other Scions have already arrived. Sir, may I show you in? Please. Thank you. It must be something bad to have gotten Kuplakop this worried. Have you seen the way his Tingumi is bobbing? Yeah? Yeah, seems normal to me. A threat to Mogulkind? I had hoped the antecedent suspicions were ill-founded, but I cannot see who else it could be. Our guest has brought ill tidings which must needs be heeded. Isn't that right, Kuplakop? Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this at all. but I suppose Ryo is right. They've left us no choice. Kupo! Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Mogos, Kupo. They're just misguided. A firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplakop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea of what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray, forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful that I am that you have come, Lahee, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplakop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that the good King Mugomog, the 12th, has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine. Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mugomog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of men would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mugomog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had rope, you see, the longest one ever woven, and he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mugomog the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone could remain in the heavens so that Mogulkind might at least know peace. Except that he was not remaining in the heavens, for what I understand, that being reasons for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that Google King Mugomog the 12th is a myth made manifest via Minzak institutes employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? Good question. What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you, who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this last period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Muggles guards are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Muggles guards only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Muggle XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they have started to get a little carried away, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Muggles in a manner similar to that of a primal. Aye. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mugglekind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus, we beseech you, Lahee, confront Google King Muggle XII and drive him from our midst. Very well, I will do my best. It's easily enough. Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Muggles guards and their liege lord is concealed by the magical wards. Brother Unsummoned of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray, seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Unsummoned, alright? Another pacho. My sister is right, Lahee. For the Muggles' sakes and our own, banish the king of the Twelveswood from the Twelveswood. If you are to confront good King Muggle XII, you must needs find a way to defeat his magical defenses. Upon such matters, Brother Unsummoned is something of an authority. Pray consult him without delay. Will do. Remember, no killing, Couple. A sounding trash will more than suffice. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't worry, I'll do my best to keep them in decent shape. Where is he? Where I expected him to be. Just read the map wrong. Meditations, I guess. Welcome, Lahee, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Muggle XII is of great comfort. To me and to the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Muggles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet, should the kings be suffered to remain, it's likely that his influence will bring about change in them. Thus does it behove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. I already bought the ring. How is repairs? Repairs are alright. You have selected Regicide. Brother Isumian would unfold you the secrets of good King Smuggle's Mugs to 12's magical defenses. The wards barring access to the King's sanctuaries can only be nullified through the use of enchanted craystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. So it happened before? I thought this was the first time. It was with great regret that we are forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplakop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughals guards themselves, yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplakop keystones, Lahee. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He waits you at Wetshore Pier. Impress upon him your great need, and I am certain he will yield. Very well. Let's do exactly that. Hello, Kuplakop. So how will you do it? Oh, he told you about that. Yep, you need to help. Well, if there's still no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. I happen to be handling access to Lake Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. Let's go. Big muggles. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. What's going on around here? We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Lalafell? Imperials, Gridanian, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo! Traitor to his king's muggles, he plots treason against the crown. Enough, Kuplakop. We will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mugomog the 12th. May we reign forevermore, Kupo. Was I too intense? The king's planning to purge the 12's wood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. And I guess he believes everyone is his enemy. Okay, this is not good. The entrance to Thornmarsh is deep within the bramble patch, Couple. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Muggle's Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you need to protect me, Couple. Should be simple enough. Keep going, Couple. Well, let's have some more help. Is that the protection they are planning? Let's see. Through here should be best. Okay, that was close. I got distracted by, well, everything else. You okay, sir? Stop that. Burn, baby, burn. Oh no, this is not good. Okay. I'm not vibrated healing, but that should do. Event cancel? What? Look out! Look out! I'm gonna tell you. Do I need to learn it, Zuna? Let's go. We're here, Kupo. Don't see any more beasts, do you? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Do your thing. Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aetherite. Kupo, I will open the way for you. Very well. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish muggles a lesson and send the king back where he came. Thornmarsh, hard, now accessible. And I don't think I can do that with... Wait, but Thornmarsh, good king of Mogomog, the 12th of his name, has once more been called forth by the Muggles Guard. Though the king is not considered a primal in the strictest sense, he possesses a great threat not unlike that of the beastmen gods, in that his influence could corrupt his people's peaceful nature. And so, those other ether-starved beings, he too must be felled for the sake of the realm. Alright. As you can see, I'm rather FC-less. There was some drama. Which I thankfully wasn't involved, but FC ended up disbanding. Average wait time 11 minutes. This particular trial pops up a lot. I guess people just like the weapons that it drops. I certainly do. Let's do our thing and we'll do some fates while we wait. One minute, I'm not gonna even try. You have a tank. Oh, it's just wanting to get me trash in inventory. I don't want to. Okay. This one will do. Where is... Eorzea definitely has a blade. Hmm. Yeah. Symptom of the 12. Here is where people get married. Don't think I can go inside. Or can I? We stand before the Ivory Chapel, a sacred place wherein two souls may be joined in the sight of gods and men. How might I assist you? Okay. The blessing of Jones be upon you. She won't allow me to enter. You can only enter if you during a ceremony, I guess. But yeah, pretty place is pretty. This is a vista. You're missing a trick here. And these are the symbols of the 12 gods of the Eorzean pantheon. Alvine and no Poporos. There we go. Oh, let me pop this up. Come on. Healer. There we go. This fight has been simplified. A couple. Who in the seven hells are they? Meddling adventures, I'd wager. This fight has been simplified, but they didn't add the bots. We'll go guards to arms, defend the king, couple. Cute. You shall suffer for your transgression, trespassers. This song is this song is great. My head's staying. Thrashing delivered. Primal adjacent entity removed. I'm gonna pass this. I'm gonna need this. I didn't get a Moogle Tome. Okay, can get rid of this. You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Mugomog and the Good Mugomog the 12th, may his might so rest in peace. He's no more. Well, let's hope it keeps like this for a while. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggle's Guard when you did. Thank you, Lahee. Perhaps now they will come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that Shiften will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king's no more, Kupo. She is with Kaya Ho at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the Shiften. Alright. Camp Tranquil. Why, I've served Hareo since she was a little girl, no bigger than me. Kupo, she has matured so much since the calamity. Her brothers are Rune on the other hand. Ever does it hearten me to see your face, Lahee. What brings you to the Southwood today? I killed a potential primer. Considering the undapuri horrors that were but recently in our midst, I would say that we fare rather well. The forest once again knows serenity, and we have you to thank for this, Lahee. Brother Sumiyan continues his research of the runes and the scars of the War of the Magi. We must not shrink from the horrors of history, lest we be doomed to repeat them. Indeed. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mugomog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? Indeed he has. Mugonkind owes you a debt, Kupo, and I sense Raya wishes to congratulate you to you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. On the properties of primals, Raya Sina wishes to congratulate you on your victory over Good King Mogomog the 12th. Your bravery in service of the Southwood and her Muggles shall not be forgotten, Lahee. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stands and treat her to a full account of day's event, while the details are yet fresh on your mind. There was dancing. I was like, this place looks way too empty. The other seat series is expecting you, sir. May I show you in? Please do. Everyone's here. Lahee, Couplecop says you killed the king. I'm pleased, of course, but it completely spoiled the end of your story. Silly muggle. Well, I guess... By Loisua's definition, the late King Muggle-Mog XII was indeed a primal. But how can that be? It defies our precedent. Let's think about how this works for a while, maybe. Everyone wants to hear your tale, Couple. What are you waiting for? Tell them! Tell them! Let me get some water before I tell them. Well, there was dancing, there was music, and there was regicide. Lahee, you returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in the Thorn Marsh. Well, there were a lot of muggles. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the muggles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in the crystals and the force of their collective fate, the muggles called forth being a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Ascians, this whole business reeks of their handwork. Kupopo? They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all! How many more will they snare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a solitary one. My heartfelt thanks, Lahee. Already, the information you have provided that has proven invaluable. The Great Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toe. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ed and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sense and apprise the antecedent of all that's transpired? That would be my pleasure. You don't have to worry about the Muggles guards anymore, Kupo. The chieftain made an apologize in front of absolutely everyone, and just to be sure, we're keeping a close eye on them too. Good thing. Let's hope they're not tempered. Please extend my personal thanks to the antecedent, along with my best wishes for the Scion's forthcoming move. Very well. This business has taught me much, and the antecedent must needs be informed of our findings. Pray leave matters here to us and return to the waking sense. I shall. Thanks to the other seeds here generous donations, the rising stones may actually be worth leaving the waking sense for. Starting to be anxious to see the new place. Hello, Tataro. The guardian threat may have abated, but there is no... Yeah, shoot the same thing. It's good to see you're hale and healthy, Lahee. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felt good King Mugumog the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. Well, there were song, there were dance, and there were regicide. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the elder seeds here of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Lahee. The gifted. Stuff is gonna happen next time, but as you may have surmised, I'm stopping happening. Right, so it's gonna be a short one. Oh, I got hiccups. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of reading. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. So, next Sunday at 7 PM, Gym Chillers 3, I'm gonna be playing the game that I forgot to check the name again. It's gonna happen. And Final Fantasy XIV will be back next Monday and Wednesday at 8 PM Gym Chillers 3. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been watching me on Twitch, you can check my YouTube channel for the VODs. If you've been checking me on YouTube, you can check me on Twitch live. But for now, I am the Plane Shifter, he is Lahee Eshkree, and we are phasing out. Bye!